ever since we've had AirPods come to the market, the mainstream market, become very affordable even for everybody to buy. AirPods have been a thing that you see almost everybody on the street using. You see, it's very difficult for me to go out and not find someone on AirPods walking on the street. It can sometimes get confusing, when you want to shop for an AirPod and all that. But then, there's some brands that are trusted brands. There's some brands that are trusted brands for budget AirPods, and they're trusted brands for the expensive, top of the line ones. We have them Apple, Samsung, Bose, Sony, Beats, and all that. It's really good to have the top of the line ones. You have the best quality, best sound, best feel, comfort, and all that. But we also have some budget AirPods that aren't really that bad. In Nigeria here, we have Oraimo, we have even Tecno, we have Lenovo, we have some Soundcore too. A lot of AirPods now which fall in the budget range, actually a lot more than those that are expensive and top of the line. But then, does it really matter the AirPod you buy, whether you buy the very expensive one or whether you buy the cheap one? I had the experience of using the FreePods 3. I used it for about 3 months. I should have reviewed that AirPod if I got it lost. Damn. But it's fine, I got lost and then I had to buy another AirPods, but I didn't have enough funds to get another AirPods at the time. I had to buy something cheaper. When I got the FreePod 3, the FreePods 3 was about 15,000 naira when I got it, and then now it's about still around that price, but I couldn't afford 15,000 naira at the time when I had to buy this other new AirPods that I bought. I initially wanted to buy the FreePods Pro. FreePods Pro was a lot more advanced with a lot more features. It has active noise cancellation, it had better microphones, it had better sound quality, better build, and all that. And it had a pouch, which was really a thing. If I had a pouch with my FreePods 3, I'll probably not have gotten it lost, but it's all good. So the FreePods Pro comes with all these features, and I really wanted to buy the FreePods Pro, so I felt maybe I shouldn't buy the AirPods I bought now, but I bought it. I bought it because I couldn't afford the FreePods Pro, which was about 37,000, thereabout, almost 40k, and 40k was a lot for just an AirPod. And so I had this friend of mine who was like, the difference between these budget AirPods are not really that much. The ones for 5,000, 6,000, and the one you sell for 37,000, 40k, 50k. The differences are not night and day. You can really get a good one for decent price, about less than 10,000. And I was like, man, I love listening to music, I love good quality and all that, and I really didn't want to go for it. But hey man, I didn't have the money, so I had to buy this. And so I bought this AirPod for 6,000 naira. This is the Tecno Buds 1. Tecno Buds 1, they've been out for a while now, and they're good AirPods, honestly. But what do I think about these AirPods, especially compared to the FreePods 3 Pro, which was 15,000? So 6,000 to 15,000. Was there so much of a difference? Yes, there was a difference between the two. Talking about sound quality, the AirPods have 13mm sound drivers compared to, I think, 8.3mm sound drivers on this AirPod, and that really translates to how well it's able to carry the low frequencies and carry sound, generally speaking. And so definitely, so the sound quality that came from this AirPods wasn't as fantastic as the one that was on the FreePods 3. But then using these AirPods over time, the sound isn't that bad. The sound is actually good. Talking about frequency separation and talking about how well you can hear the frequencies one from another, it's not that bad, especially considering the fact that the FreePods 3 and even the FreePods Pro, which is about 39,000 thereabout, are hi-fi headphones. So they've been tuned to give you a certain kind of sound. They do not really have true reflection of the frequencies. But if you're looking to buy AirPods, should you buy AirPods in this price range or go for the budget ones but not too expensive like the FreePods Pro? Or perhaps you should buy the very expensive ones like the Apple AirPods, which are over 100,000 naira. Samsung, Buds also over 100,000 naira. Does it really matter which one you buy? In my opinion, I've been using this for about a month or so now. Using this and comparing the sound that I got from this to at least the FreePods 3, which is a little comparable to the FreePods Pro, which is much more expensive, I think you won't be missing too much. The difference in sound quality you get from these AirPods and the FreePods 3 and the FreePods Pro are not too far apart. It falls still within the same range, especially considering the fact that they are all hi-fi AirPods. They are all tuned for you to enjoy music in a certain way. The FreePods Pro, the FreePods 3 are tuned for you to enjoy the bass. So if you use FreePods 3 and use FreePods Pro, you see that they have a lot of bass, but as a musician, I really do not like anything that emphasizes on one frequency than the other. I want to hear everything as it should sound. You can do a lot of tweaking on your phone and make your AirPods sound the way you want, but then you can't do too much, especially when it has been tuned already to sound in a certain way. For these AirPods didn't really have so much of any tuning. I would say up to a large extent, these AirPods might actually have more balanced sound. Now, don't hold me on my words there yet, because the quality of the balanced sound you're getting might not be so good. The hardware software behind the manufacturing of these AirPods, of course, are not as good as Oraimo's FreePods 3 and the rest. Talking about software, sometimes even after putting the AirPods back in the AirPods case, and keeping it away, sometimes it just comes up on its own and connects to my phone even while it's closed. I may put the AirPods back in the case and expect it to have charged, and then I come back and see that it hasn't charged, and then I have to remove the AirPods and put them back before they start charging again. And some hardware and software inconsistencies that comes with cheap AirPods. These are the major problems that these AirPods have. And the fact that it comes with USB 2.0 and not USB Type-C. For me, most of the time I listen to certain kind of music and then podcasts. So if you're someone who just wants to be listening to podcasts, wants to listen to, maybe want to enjoy content like YouTube content and stuff like that, you will not see night and day difference between this AirPod and the expensive AirPods. Even the AirPods, like Apple AirPods, when it comes to just consuming general content. But if you have specific content like music that you want to listen to that has a lot of things going on, that's where you see the difference in what you're getting. But generally, using these AirPods are good enough. Save your money. Talking about the battery life of this, it actually lasts for I think about 24 hours and a few more hours. I'm talking about the whole unit as a whole. Using the AirPods, I think the AirPods themselves last about 3 hours, max 4 hours on the use, so you have to put it back into the case to charge it, which is fair enough, although the more expensive ones have a longer battery life. So that's my take on these AirPods. So this video isn't really the typical review. I'm just showing you how that you might not need to spend all your money on the very expensive AirPods, especially if you just want to consume general content with your AirPods. The 6,000 naira AirPods might just do. And there are other ones of equal good quality that you can get, but probably even better quality than this for about 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, which we will be fine with it. I don't think I'll be getting the FreePods Pro soon. I mean, I have a studio headset which I use for listening if I'm in studio and all that, and outside for general consumption, I think I'm okay with this. What do you think? You can let me know in the comment section below. So subscribe, like this video, share with your friends. See you in the next video.